Cooking bloke. So this evening I'm going to have some different sort of music. Now, some of the videos I make, they get restricted for copyright reasons. For instance, if I did anything with Beatles, then you know they're proper copywritten, and in the old days you actually couldn't put your videos up. But these days you can actually put the videos up, it's just that they don't monetize them. But the other day I had a video with just some random 60s, 50s and 60s doo-wop music, and then it said that restricted in some countries for copyright reasons. Go figure. Anyway, do you recognise this band? I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. I should call you up. I guess the concept's a good idea. It just falls down with the reality, doesn't it? Imagine how the world could be so very far. The Turtles. So happy together. There are some human beings that do some cool shit and they make great music, you know. Woo. So anyway, I've got a lot of stuff going on today, people. So let's start with the Newcastle Brown. So down here in this pot I am simmering. Well, it's actually finished now. A mess of Polypore. Now, I've spoken about Polypore before, and I've told you the benefits that I appear to have had. Now, I used to have back inflammation for many, many years. And you just feel it like that, and it just never feel right. You know, lower lumbar region, where there's inflammation between vertebrae for whatever reason. And I've been bedbound for 7 to 10 days at a time, completely incapacitated. When the back goes, you go to bed and that's it. And if you live alone, then you can't eat, you can't get out of bed. And so what I would have to do, when my back would go like that and this guy, oh shit, I would have to get big bottles of water, which I'd always keep around for this eventuality, and piss bottles. Because the only thing I could do was drink water and piss into bottles. I couldn't get out of bed to defecate, so I couldn't eat. So can you imagine, for 7 days, 10 days, not eating, not getting out of bed, just lying there watching the sunrise and sunset and all this sort of stuff. But you know, what I learned to do in the latter stages was set my stall out, grab my computer, you know, get the extension lead, and you know, before the inflammation came on, before the swelling came on and you was incapacitated. So but fortunately I haven't had that for several years now. And but I used to have the my back feels dodgy, you know, with lots of situations. But drinking a half pint of Polypore juice every day for this past 8 months, I haven't had a single back issue. I used to have edema for about 4 years on my feet, ankles and calves, you know, swelling, fluid on them. And I'm like, what the fuck's all that about? I know I'm doing a lot of walking and all that sort of stuff, but anyway, that's gone. And then I used to have these cold sores on the lip, and they would come about every 3 months, and it's kind of like, oh my goodness. And I would put this stuff on at the first given sign of them, and then after 3 or 4 days, they'd go away. But if you leave them unattended, then of course they swell up, they pus, and they're disgusting, they're vile. So herpes. Herpes is gone. Back inflammation is gone. Edema's gone. I don't know what else miracle shit that I haven't had because of that. I'm telling you people, I swear by this Polypore. Now, you go on the internet and you look up Polypore, they'll tell you it's a miracle food. And you know, I've shown you in my videos, all you got to do is put Polypore in and you can find where I find them, where you find them, usually on silver birch trees. When you get silver birch woods like you do in Britain, they're all over the place, then you can find them in copious amounts. The best to find them in the fall and throughout the winter because they're plump and they're full of water, and that's when they're very vibrant. Come the summertime, they dry up and they wither and often die, albeit you can see these Polypores lasting a few years. So I'm scheduled again this winter to go to collect some more because this is my last batch. I had bunches of them which I froze down and I ground up. I dried them in the oven, you know, cut them into pieces, dry them into the oven. You can watch my videos if you're interested in this stuff. But for you guys, if you've got anything to do with inflammation, this is an inflammation killer. And I'm telling you, no back issues, no edema, no herpes. Come on people. You know, if one of them went away, you go, okay, may have been luck, but 3 things to go away, which were incessant recurrences. So I've got them, cut them up into pieces. I actually grind them up in the blender. Anyway, I won't talk about that. There's a whole procedure in the videos, but I've got that going. Then I've got some barbecued pork loins in the oven, and I've boiled some rice, and I've got some garlic, onions, butter beans, and plum tomatoes, and a big red spicy chili. That's in here now. How does that taste? Fuck! You know these? Look, these ones. These chilies. You can buy these lots of times, and you can really just eat them. You know, like that. They're not that potent. And so I'm thinking, you know, it does came round the other night, and I cooked a beautiful omelette, and I chopped one of these up. And I said, well, you put what you want on yours. Sweet corn and coriander and chilies and olives and all that sort of stuff. And so she says, is it hot? I'm like, no. And so she just picked a little bit like that and she went, oh. I'm like, are you serious? I picked a little bit myself, put it in my mouth. I'm like, oh damn. You know, they're a different batch. So I've put one of those in that, and this chili here, I'm going to be putting it in my pickled walnuts. Now, last year and this year I made pickled walnuts. These are from this year, and these were from last year. Now what I did was, with the vinegar, you boil up the vinegar and you put whatever herbs you want in them. I put garlic, ginger, chilies and bay leaves, curiously. I just had some, I thought I'll put them in. Probably bay leaves wasn't a good idea, but you can't taste the bay leaf. But when you taste one of these, and again, I've made videos where I'm preparing these, so you can see how I do it. Now, these walnuts, I picked them at the stage whereby the shell was just beginning to get a little bit woody. So maybe a bit late in the season, but I kind of like that because when they're pickled, the woodiness goes soft. And albeit I'm crunching on the wood, it's kind of like, yeah, because without that they'd be soggy. Now, probably a bit too woody, to be fair. The smaller ones, the more immature ones, they're less woody. And so I picked them a little bit earlier this year. And I picked them at this size instead of at that size. You know, and you can see that's only half, but that's, you know, pretty much bigger than this one. Now this one, they've only been pickled for a couple of months. I've never put any chilies in, and it's kind of like a pretty mediocre, just like vinegar. These, on the other hand, as soon as they go in your mouth, it's fuck. Garlic, ginger, and chili. Awesome. So, I'm going to put these chilies in my new batch. So, I'm going to put them in there, and you know, they will ferment and pickle over the whole of the winter. And so I'll give them a little bit of a shake around. I wonder if I turn it upside down whether this jar is sealed. Yeah, it's a pretty good sealed jar. But anyway, they don't really want to mix because it's too full. No, you didn't see that, did you? So I've got the, you know, they're starting to mix a little bit in there. Over the period of a few months, they'll spice up, and so they'll be really nice. Now these are great. Every now and again I'll have you know, one or two of them with a bit of cheese and stuff like that. So just let me show what's going on in the oven. Okay, in the oven, I've got stuff done. Now I've got these barbecued pork loins. Awesome. So let me put them over here. And let me bring you over here so you can see what's going on. Now, I've got my rice, and when I boil rice up, I always give it a fresh water filter. I just put it in fresh water and stir it around because I want to drain the milk off. You know, that sticky sort of stuff. I don't want the rice sticking together. So I ensure that all that rice milk is gone. And then I do that. So, let me talk about what I'm doing. What meal am I having? I thought I've got these pork loins. What I'm going to have with them. Then I've got some cabbage that I had left over from yesterday. So I've got this beautiful green cabbage. I thought, okay, what else can I have? Then I thought, well, okay, I will make some tomatoes, onions, garlic, and chili. So I've done that, and so I'm going to put a plate in the microwave, warm that up, because we're ready to go now, people. Right, put that there. Let me get organised again and put some of this stuff away. Put them away. Put them away. Rice. Rice is pretty drained. Let me taste these pork and see what's going on here. Now, I need to warm the cabbage up. Right, cabbage there. Come here. Round here. Rice is done, so that's ready to go on the plate. Salt of beer. All that stuff. Healthy, huh? Super healthy. Let me see what's going on with this. Let me just remind myself again. Yeah, that one chili was plenty. We're rocking. The only thing that rice needs is this all-purpose seasoning. All different sorts of spices in here, so I'm gonna sprinkle a load of that over it. In actual fact, I'll just take the bigger thing off like that. I'll put it in my hand like that, so I know how much I've got. All that, you see. Then I'm just gonna do that. Stir that in, and then taste. Fine. So we have the cabbage, then we have that stuff. Then we're going to have a couple of that. Then we're going to put on a couple of these loins. Look at these loins. Look at these loins, people. Now, do you want to see the eating of this? You want to see the eating of this stuff, people? Before I do that, I've got something to show you. I've got this broken bottle here, and I've got this plastic here, and I'm going to be taping that around there and putting a little bit of a hole in here to put a pipe in. And then within here, I'm going to be putting these marbles. So this bottle is going to be filled with these marbles. Why? Because what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this bottle, when it's finished, with these marbles into the freezer. So the glass and the marbles become very, very cold. Because if you inhale a certain substance through a regular pipe, it is like inhaling a furnace. Because look, if you've got one of these fire lighters, which you need for a certain substance, it gets very, very hot, and then terrible for your throat. So this is my invention. With freezing cold marbles and freezing cold glass, when you heat this certain sherbet up, then by the time you've drawn it in and it has to go through all these marbles, it's gonna be nice and cool. Huh? I should patent this shit. I'm telling you, I should patent this shit. Right, okay, come here. Come here. I know you love this shit. Right. I don't know what's happened with this music, it sounds pretty crap to me. Right, just right, let's have a look. Look at that. Succulent loin, rice, garlic. Outstanding. And so the cabbage, you know, it's quite an accompaniment. So I've got the spicy all seasoned rice, the chilli and the garlic, and the salty sweetness of the pork. Yeah. Now, I like things spicy. So I'm going to put on some more all seasoning and I'm going to sprinkle on some more chilies. So, all seasoning, chili flakes. Gonna bang a load of those all over it, all over here, copious amounts, because there's nothing like really nice spicy chili food. Yeah. Okay, you can't really see that. I'm gonna put here, right, gonna put this on. Put some more of that on. Yes! Put all that on there like that. And we're gonna see what that's like, right? Better. So, simple, healthy meal. You got the picture, right? So, we have Polypore. We have a special invention of a pipe to smoke a special substance, which is very innovative. We have awesome food, and we have pickled walnuts. Only with the ear I can break, huh?